This workshop is really fun for us because it's the largest gathering we've ever had in a locality. And to me, it's very symbolic that maybe this is a big part of the transition, that this work really becomes really grounded here in Hong Kong.
Everywhere in the world, and I know this is the case in Hong Kong as well, the mental health and well-being of children is declining dramatically. And because of that, it seems to me that wanting to create compassionate systems change in education is a great entryway, but it's not only about changing education, it's about creating a different future for our children to grow up in.
It's a short little sitting practice, which is a grounding, a short little contemplative practice, which is just a way for us to arrive in the space with ourselves. Right after we do the grounding practice, we'll be moving into a little journal practice just to check in with yourself by journaling, and then you'll be able to check in your learning circles with each other. In the check-ins, there's just two fundamental principles or rules. One is that one person talks at a time, so that everybody gets to share before you open up the conversation. The other one is to really practice listening to each other and really trying to be present with each other. It's one of the simplest acts of kindness we can do with each other, is really to give other people our presence.
Our group just shared some of our feelings today, and we find that we have some common challenges and some common pain points, and I think it's a really good opportunity for everyone just to know that, oh, there is somebody that shares the same challenges with us.
In education, we've often been told that we need to push away the emotions. It was almost seen that logic, pristine logic, was better if it was emotionless. And now everything is shifting in terms of us recognizing that that sense of connection between our physicality, our emotions, and our mind is completely interdependent and designed to be interdependent.
So how does surprise feel?
Surprise is wonderful. I love not being in control. I like seeing what the universe is going to provide, see what the way provides, and so to me it's the closest word to wonder. Just something that I don't understand, but it's going to be good.
There are no good or bad emotions. They are just emotions. So when people share with me their emotions, I have learned, or I'm still learning, to stay there, hold the space, and listen, and see how it unfolds. That helps us, the people together, to really enhance the emotion literacy.
It's really an amazing gift that we have, that we are able to make sense of the world. The issue is when we think that we're totally right in how we process the world. And that can usually lead to miscommunication and conflict and limited ways of seeing the larger picture. So going from the cognition to the metacognition, or the actually thinking about how we think about things, is a really, really useful tool to begin to reflect on how we can become a bit more flexible in the way that we see the world.
So a lot of these structures within our societies are driving us and driving our behaviors in ways that, unless we're aware of this, we don't have the liberty to have choice and understanding about what we might do differently. And this is why the Systems Awareness Iceberg sits as such a fundamental way of understanding how systems work.
The reason why we're so adamant about integrating this understanding into the structures of education is a generative social field should be at the heart of education from our perspective. Now, what does that mean? It means that when kids come into schools in the morning, they feel seen, they feel safe, they know why they're there, they know that they're cared for.
My generative social field experience that enhanced me to be more energy, or to be more willing to experience those feelings with other people in the future. I think this will generate another generative social field experience in my life.
When we're trying to solve a problem, we're trying to fix something or change something that we don't like, right? We'd like it to go away, or we'd like it to be ameliorated, or we'd like it to be less problematic, right? When we're trying to create, we're doing the exact opposite. When we're trying to create things, we're trying to bring into reality things we want, we care about, that have meaning to us. The vision principle is a way to orient us so that what's primary, what we do not forget, is what are we trying to create.
All of this are aspects of awareness that they're practices that we can cultivate. And once we can do that and kind of keep in our more spacious awareness that all of it needs to somehow come together, we can begin to really practice systems awareness, our own sensing skills, our own thinking skills, and understanding the complexity and nuances and interdependencies and interconnectedness of all of it all.
Why it's really important for us to bring in the voice of the young people is that education is meant to serve the students. Essentially, we usually make decisions on behalf of the young people, and we make decisions about them without actually asking them what it is they want.
As a student, I guess just be open to new ideas and be able to accept what other people say of yours. This system of thinking really allows you to think in the shoes of students.
I've been to a school in Indonesia called BSJ, and they have done that with even their youngest students. And it's so cool to see these students, reflecting with each other and checking in. How am I doing today? And just that in the morning changes the tone of the whole day.
I believe it is about finding common grounds, so to make it sound simple and approachable, so that we can try to integrate the systems and the methods of thinking into our lives.
There's another great phrase in the Confucian tradition. To become a leader, you must first become a human being. So there's this mainstream definition of leadership as person in position of authority. But there are in many ways much older ideas about leadership that have to do with deep human development. How I become me. What are my aspirations? How good am I in a difficult conversation where someone says something that I don't like? What's my awareness of the underlying structures at play here? Okay? So, those are fundamental leadership development questions, and they're fundamental human development questions. And they're really not different.